Welcome back. This is our lesson on anions and how they are formed. Anions are what we call negatively charged atoms. Now, when the number of protons in the nucleus equals the number of electrons in the energy levels, the atom is neutral. And like we've discussed with cations, when the atom loses electrons, then there will be more protons than electrons, so the atom would be positively charged. It's called a cation. Now, to become negatively charged, the atoms gains electrons, and they're normally electrons that are in the outer energy level, so they are valence electrons. Now we know that chlorine has 7 valence electrons, and the valence energy level will be full or filled when the atom gets another electron to fill the atom. But then it's got an extra electron and it is called an anion. So this atom would be negatively charged. Usually we don't show all these valence electrons. Let me do them in blue, the ones that were originally there. Then you can see where the difference is. The atom has gained an extra electron that makes it negatively charged. Now, the way we write it, we use crosses or dots in Lewis structures, but when we write this equation to show the addition of the electron, we do it this way. So we say plus an electron. There you have your chloride ion. It's called the chloride ion. So you go from chlorine to the chloride ion. Now oxygen has 6 valence electrons. So oxygen's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So how many electrons are there needed to give oxygen? 8 electrons to fill the valence energy level. We need 2 electrons added to the oxygen atom to make the oxide ion. So the oxide ion will have the 2 extra electrons. That gives it a negative charge. 2 negative charge. So the 2 extra electrons gives it a 2 negative charge, and it's called the oxide ion, which is an anion. Next we look at fluorine. Fluorine is in the same group as chlorine, so it's also got 7 valence electrons, and it needs 1 electron to fill the valence energy level. So the chloride ion will be like the fluoride ion will be like the chloride ion, negatively charged with a 1 negative, but we don't write the 1. Like in maths, you don't write 1 in front of everything. So this is called the fluoride ion. Next we have the sulfur atom. Now sulfur is like oxygen. It's got 6 valence electrons. Oops. Sulfur is like oxygen. None. Sulfur has 6 valence electrons. So how many electrons does it need to fill the valence energy level? It needs 2 electrons to fill the valence energy level. So the sulfide ion has 2 extra electrons, and those 2 extra electrons makes it a 2 negative anion, and it's called the sulfide ion. Lastly, we look at nitrogen. Now, nitrogen is an atom with 5 valence electrons. So how many valence electrons does it need to fill the valence energy level? It needs 1, 2, 3. So we need to add 3 electrons to the nitrogen atom to have the valence energy level full. So that gives us that nitrogen will form the nitride ion, and it will have 3 extra electrons, so that means that it's got a 3 negative charge, and it's called the nitride ion. Thank you for watching. I hope this is simple and clear enough for you to understand.